Builders are making their biggest profits from some of their poorest customers. That's according to the watchdog Consumer Focus. It's told the BBC that gas and electricity providers are earning up to £500 million in extra revenue from customers on prepayment meters, many of them forced into having them installed. Sarah Pennells has more.
For the last 6 years, Samira Naji has paid her electricity bills in full. The problem is, because of a mix-up with her meter, it turns out she was paying the wrong company. According to E.ON, she should have been paying them all along. After weeks of confusion and dispute about her bills, E.ON decided to resolve the issue by installing a prepayment meter. When E.ON wanted to fit a prepayment meter to Samira Naji's flat, she was away on holiday, but that didn't stop them. They got a court warrant, took the locks off her door to gain access to the flat, and fitted a prepayment meter right here in this cupboard.
This is the lock they've taken off to get in my property.
When she got back, she thought she'd been burgled.
I was really shocked and confused. I've never ever realized that they could come into my property, especially if I'm away. It was a really big shock for me. I've never ever had this before in my life.
Samira says she told E.ON she would be on holiday, but they say they've no record of the phone call. They also told us every effort was made to confirm she was supplied by E.ON through letters, phone calls and home visits. They say they're sorry for any distress, but feel they've done everything they can. Samira's case is unusual, but being put onto a prepayment meter isn't. It happens to 1,000 households every day. Most don't want them because they mean much higher bills. Suppliers say extra charges are to cover the cost of installing and running them. But the Consumer Watchdog says even after these costs are taken into consideration, the meters are very profitable.
We've estimated that companies could be making up to £550 million a year from the extra charges they charge for prepayment meters. The energy companies are actually making the most money out of those on prepayment meters, and often that's the people on the very lowest incomes.
Consumer Focus also says some customers are being forced into having the meters installed. Citizens Advice agrees.
So people have built up debt, but they're not being offered a range of payment methods, they're not being offered affordable repayment rates, they're being pushed onto these prepayment meters.
The energy industry body, the Energy Retail Association, didn't want to be interviewed, but did tell us that many people like prepayment meters because they allow them to budget effectively. But the industry is now under pressure from the regulator Ofgem to cut the prepayment tariffs. In the meantime, the company Samira has been paying for the last 6 years has said it will pay her the amount that's in dispute. In turn, E.ON has told us it will write off the court costs and try and agree terms with Samira to remove the prepayment meter. Sarah Pennells, BBC News.